Hello, this is David Shreve, Algebra 2 instructor with Florida Virtual School. Just wanted to address some questions I've been getting on the 2.10. And what I'm going over today, this is just going to cover uh, basically after you've already got your graph, you've already got your points of intersection, and I've had a few students having trouble coming up with the profit equation itself. We'll look at how to come up with a profit equation, and we'll also look at how to determine um, which values, which points of intersection that we plug in are going to result in the highest amount of profit. So for this example, and this was a student's work, he was selling pens and pencils. Now we're not writing the cost of the pen or the cost of the pencil. We're strictly focusing on what the amount of profit is for each individual item. So he had $1.50 for pens and 90 cents for pencils. Now that's just the profit that he made on each of those. Now it would probably be easier to use whole numbers here. In other words, maybe I would round it up to $2 and $1. And that way it just makes it a little easier values to work with. You would be able to do the calculations probably more in your head, as opposed to having to use a calculator or something like that. Now, like I said, this is assuming you've already completed your graph, right? So let's say we're just going to count by tens here. Of course, your values obviously are going to be different. This is just something we're using as an example, but all right. So let's say we've got line here. Obviously, your graph will be potentially different than this. Okay. So let's say we're got something like that. Of course, all this area is shaded in. Now, all we're looking for here are the points of intersection. So, and I'm just estimating here. If you want to be more accurate, of course, you need to use GeoGebra would be best. Okay, so we got 1047 there. Let's say 5812 there roughly, and then 1012 here roughly. Okay, now since I came up with the profit values up here, it depends on what this particular student was using. X for pens and Y is for pencil. So our profit equation here would be 1.5x plus 0.9y. Now all I'm going to do is use the x and y values from the three intersection points that I have here and plug each one of them in. In other words, 1.5 times, let's say we use this point up here first, okay, the 1047 plus 0.947. Okay, and you want to use your calculator for this. Like I said, if you use whole numbers, and it's probably a little easier to just calculate in your head, but in this case you probably want to use a calculator. So this comes to 5730. And now when I plug in, say I plug in this point, 1012, we can look at these values here and see this is going to be a smaller value than what we used up here. So this one comes to 2580. And what you'll find when you plug in this last ordered pair for x and y, what you're going to get is 9780, which obviously is my maximum profit. So to maximize my profit, I would make 58 pens, 12 pencils, and that's just a quick example of going over how to write your profit equation and then how to determine your maximum profit. Hope this helps.